Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to y'all about Shemi Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders for millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four winds. Uh, this is just a final installment of Acts, or the new recites the old. Just going into the New Testament and matching it and lining it up with the Old Testament scriptures. And just to show you that the New Testament wasn't just pulled out of thin air. Okay, a lot of things was recited from the Old Testament, and it was prophecies that were being fulfilled. Okay, this is 1 Chronicles 10 and 14. It says, "And inquired not of the Lord, therefore he slew him and turned the kingdom unto David, the son of Jesse." This is Acts 13 and 22. "And when he had removed him, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart, which shall fulfill all my will." Self-explanatory. If there's any difference in the New Testament, it's something different. Why is it, reciting it and quoting it? Okay. Psalms 2 and 7. "I will declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee." Acts 13 and 33. It says, the Most High hath fulfilled the same unto us, their children, and that he hath raised up Yahushua again, as it is also written in the second Psalm. The second Psalm gave you where it was written at. "Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee." It's amazing at how these things are tit for tat. Isaiah 55 and 3. "Incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David." Acts 13 and 34. "And as concerning that he raised him up from the dead, now no more to return to corruption, he said on this wise, I will give you the sure mercies of David." Man, Old Testament, New Testament. New Testament, Old Testament. It's the same thing. That's why it says, I change not. I'm the Lord, I change not. So if in the Old Testament, his favorite people were Israel, and he changed not, how do we get to the New Testament and everything changes? Wouldn't that make him a liar? Psalm 16 and 10. "For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption." Acts 13 and 35. "Wherefore he saith also in another Psalm, Thou shalt not suffer thine Holy One to see corruption." Man, this is too easy. 1 Kings 2 and 10. "So David slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David." Acts 13 and 36. "For David also he had served his own generation by the will of the Most High, fell on sleep, and was laid unto his fathers and saw corruption." Wow. Same thing, bro. The same exact thing. Habakkuk 1 and 5. "Behold, ye among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days which ye will not believe, though it be told you." So something's going to happen in your day and you're not going to believe it. Even though it was told, it was prophesied. Acts 13 and 41. "Behold, ye despisers, and wonder, and perish, for I will work a work in your days, a work which ye shall in no wise believe, though a man declare it unto you." You see this? And I want to go into this one a little bit because this shows right here that something's coming. Something is coming to this place. Okay? Something is about to happen to this place. People are not going to believe it, even though we're warning them and we're sounding the alarm right now. Okay? Right now, this alarm is being sounded, and it said, you're not going to believe it, even though I'm going to tell you it's going to happen. You're not going to believe it. Wow. This is Isaiah 11:10. And in that day, there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. For so hath the Lord commanded us, saying, I have set thee to be a light of the Gentiles, that thou shouldest be a salvation unto the ends of the earth. Okay? These are those Israelites that fell away, that northern kingdom, and even Judah. But what we have is that light that shined upon them. We're watching it being prophesied right now. That's why the northern tribes are waking up and getting it. Okay? Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. So the Lord is doing this. And that tabernacle of David, hey, you're seeing them today because they're declaring all these things unto you. Acts 15:17. After this, I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David. Why is it saying build up the tabernacle of David in the New Testament? I wonder why. Because this is a prophecy that hasn't even happened, but it's happening right now. Notice it says, I will. So the last days, we're in them right now because that tabernacle and that house of David is being built up. How do we know? Because we're doing this work. Okay? It says, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called. That's truth. Okay? Saith the Lord who doeth all these things. So the Lord is doing all this. This is Yahweh Shem Yahushai's, this is his work. Psalms 9:9. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. Everybody's not oppressed right now. And not only is not everyone oppressed, but everyone's not Israel. Okay? Everybody doesn't need shelter. And you keep in mind, the Lord deals with people as a nation. Okay? So the body of Edom, as a whole, they're not in a good spot. Ammon, Moab, Ham, all of them, they're done. This is Acts 17:31. Because he hath appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, and that day he hath raised him from the dead. So, this may look good for all the other nations thinking when it says all men. No, it doesn't. Only thing it's assuring is that you're wicked And you're going to get your judgment for that. Let's keep in mind, judgment for the wicked is a good thing. Okay? And judgment for the righteous is a good thing. So don't get everything thrown out of line when it says, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men. That assurance is, when I'm telling you these things are going to happen, they're going to happen. That's assuring it to you by Yahweh Shaddai. Okay? So if you're of a wicked nation, I'm assuring you that things that's said in this Bible, they will come to pass. It don't mean that you're going to get salvation. Okay, this is Exodus 22 and 28. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Acts 23 and 5. Then said Paul, I was not, brethren, that he was the high priest, for it is written, thou shalt not speak evil of the ruler of thy people. Voila. Why is Paul quoting the Old Testament? Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, and perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. This is Israel. Okay? This is Israel. This is for Israel. That's why it says this people. Okay? And this kills it right here when you have people saying Paul was sent to the Gentiles. This gives you understanding right here. Okay? Look. We know that this people is Israel and Isaiah. Now watch this. This is Acts 28, 26, and 27. It says, saying, go into this people. What people? The same people that Isaiah was talking about, the Israelites. Why is Paul quoting this? I mean, Peter. Why is Peter quoting this? In the New Testament, why is this being quoted? Because he knew this is speaking of Israel. Even in Acts, the 2nd chapter, where it says, devout men, Jews out of all nations. How do you fit everybody into that? Okay? It says, and say, hear ye, hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand. And seeing ye shall see, and not perceive. For the heart of this people is waxed gross. So it's even worse now. And their eyes and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Why is Peter quoting this? Because it's the same people that was going off even back in the time of Isaiah, reincarnated right back here today doing the same exact thing. That's why it says that they waxed gross. They're even worse than back then. Even worse. But these same people could get healing. That's Israel. That's not everybody. Okay? Hope this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle, and that was a great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can pitch truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.